son back. Pasqualina, tell me, first of all, let's go back to Rocky's childhood. You didn't really want him to be a fighter.
No.
Why?
Well, because it's a dangerous game, really.
But once...
I figure, my son, I know he's going to win, but I'm afraid if the other fellow get hurt, because the way I feel, if my son gets hurt, the other fellow's got a mother too. That's the only thing I didn't like.
You didn't worry too much about Rocky getting hurt. You worried about the other guy getting hurt.
Yeah, I worried about the other guy too, yeah.
Once he decided that he was going to become a professional fighter, did you pretty much just resign yourself to the fact, well, what am I going to do? My son's going to be a boxer?
Yes, I told him I didn't want to, But he says, no, mother, I'm going to do it. So, and then I pray the Blessed Mother and the God, I say, well, it's up to God now. He's old enough now to do what he wants to do, especially he went in the army and he started over there. And I used to hear a little bit here and there, see,
You never saw Rocky fight, though?
No, never.
Pasqualina, even though you didn't go to the fights, did you have a routine that you went through when Rocky was fighting?
I used to have a couple of friends, and I used to go to church, like Mrs. Lucy Parziale and Mrs. Niece Gian Damaso and Jenny's mother, Miss Flamina Alfieri. And I used to go to church, and I light so many candles. And then, I go home, and nobody put the radio, no news, And then we just pray, and we say a little joke, to pass the time. And then before you know, I hear the telephone ring. It says, Mom, and it was Rocky. I win again, and everybody was happy. Everybody get excited, They go to the club, the people come in, all my family, they used to make something to eat, It was really, really very exciting time when my son was in his career.
Everybody said Rocky really likes to eat. Is that true?
Oh, yes, yeah. Another thing, used to amaze me. Because you knew all the time, him and my husband, that he was going to be fight. My husband, he gave him more steak. And me, I couldn't understand that. So one time, I even had a little fight with my husband. I said, why can you give Rocky more steak than the other? So he turned around and he laughed, This was all the time because he wants the son to get strong, because he had to win the fight. And my husband, he was a little bit fight himself when he was in the army. He was very strong man, my husband. Everybody say, Rocky looked like me. Maybe the action, maybe the personality, but when it comes to strength, he had hands just like his father. And maybe you see one of my husband's picture, Yeah.
Pasqualina, tell me, when all is said and done, the people who are watching this program, how would you like them to remember your son?
I want to remember that he was a great champion, little rough and fight, but he was very gentle, very soft-spoken, and he loved all the children. I'm pretty sure that the people can remember him as a happy and very humble champion.
It is really probably the most subjective question in sports. Who is the greatest heavyweight boxing champion ever? In the case of Rocky Marciano, I think the record speaks for itself.